Thanks so much, Sally. Right, okay, you're all a little bit wild now. You've got a lot more energy with the peppermint and wild orange, so I'm ready to get started. So, for those that don't know me, I know there's a lot of people here tonight that do know me. My name's Nicky. I've been with doTERRA about 6-7 years now. And actually I got involved in natural health because I was really poorly with my third pregnancy with my son. So I was 17 weeks pregnant. I was diagnosed with what I was told was viral meningitis at the time. And I was really poorly. And I woke up to my health. And at that point I was like, I need to take control. I didn't know if I was going to come out of the hospital. I didn't know if I was going to be able to come back to my husband and my 2 little girls. And I made a massive change that day. I really thought, I've got to take control. And it wasn't that long after that I found doTERRA. And this has been life-changing for me, and it's changed not only my life, but so many other people's lives that I work with as well. And it's absolutely fantastic. But enough about me, because I'm here to talk to you, and I'm here to help you understand how you can take control of your health in a very natural way. So tonight we're going to talk about rest and sleep. It's so important that we get good quality sleep. That's our health. If we're not getting good quality sleep, it's going to impact our life in so many ways. So I'm going to ask you, is anybody in this room struggling with sleep? Oh, loads of you. So, are you struggling to get to sleep? Anyone struggling to get to sleep? Okay, not as many. Are any of you waking 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning? Oh, a lot more then. My colleague, that's great, but that broken sleep is really going to start impacting our life. So let's look at that. So how's it impacting you? These are some latest stats. 22% of adults are getting regularly uninterrupted sleep. Actually, that's loads. I think it's more in this room than actually 22%. 78% say sleep is affecting their mental health. We know the mental health crisis in this world at the moment. We're in a really crazy world, and with 78% having impact by mental health, let's try and find a way that we can help you, because we know that we actually can. So, how does it make you feel for lack of sleep? Do you have that foggy head? Anyone get that foggy head? You know, you can't focus. Is it impacting work? You know, that could be extremely costly for you if that starts to impact your work. Maybe you're going to make a mistake. Maybe you might even lose your job over it. That's why sleep's so important. What about relationships? Is your lack of sleep having any impact on your relationships at all?
Yes.
Yeah? Definitely over here. Either with your partner, with your kids, with your work colleagues. Is it impacting your social time having lack of sleep? You know, maybe you've booked to go out somewhere and you can't go because you're tired and you're exhausted. It's not good, is it? So we've got to find a way to help you. It affects your daily life, lack of sleep. Anybody here reach for that extra cup of coffee because you're tired? Yeah, I'm sure there are a few. Or put that extra sugar in your coffee because you're like, oh, it's going to make me feel better and I'm going to have more energy. Or what about that snack? That snack that you don't want to be taken into your body, but you're like, well, if I just have that extra bag of crisps or maybe that sugary cake, I'm going to feel a lot better. Well, let's try and find a way that's not going to have an impact on your life by you adding all these extra calories you don't need into your daily life. So a good night's sleep affects our mental health, how we function and how we think. It affects our physical health. Anyone ever been too tired to think, I can't go to the gym today, or I can't go for a swim? Anyone have that? Yeah. And we don't want it impacting us, but this is the most scary one. Lack of sleep impacts chronic diseases within the body. So let's find a way to help. Now, I'm not going to talk much about this because Becky's talking about this, and I've seen Becky's presentation about microbiome, and it's amazing. So get ready to listen to Becky. So I'm just going to whiz past that. We're not going to talk about that, but sleep does impact our gut as well. So let's talk about a bedtime routine. Anyone have a bedtime routine here? Yeah, some of you? I must admit, I'm not always the best. My husband's here, he's probably nodding and going, yeah, you're not always the best at it. But for those using oils, I love to use my oils before bedtime. Now, it might be that I go and have a bath with some bath salts. Bath salts I do use, but the one thing I love is to make my own bath bombs with the oils. So I know that they don't have any fragrance or horrible toxic products in them, both for me and also for my children as well. I remember the days when my girls were young and I had to step outside the bathroom. I could see them in the bath, but I couldn't be in there because my head hurt so badly, and they were using a bath bomb from a very well-known, popular high street store. And I had to step away and say, I can't be in there. I didn't know at the time what was going on, but it was because it was full of fragrance and toxic products. So now I make my own, and that is great for my routine. The other thing we love to do is our diffusers. So we've got a couple of diffusers around today. When we first started with the doTERRA, I actually remember Becky coming to a class at my house, and I was like, wow, this diffuser's amazing. So we started with our starter kit and we had a diffuser, and we put the oils into the diffuser at the top of the stairs. So as that diffused into the house, we could breathe in the oils overnight. Now, it wasn't long until my kids said, but Mum, why haven't I got my own diffuser? doTERRA bring out some amazing diffusers. The kids ones, I think we've got the koala, there's an owl out at the moment, which is really, really cute. So over time, my kids had their own diffusers, and I was empowering them to pick what oils they wanted. So whatever was going on, I was teaching them about the oils, and they were learning to manage their health naturally. So my youngest was 3 when I first started, and that's all he ever knows. He doesn't know any medication to help him, he only knows about oils to be able to help him. So at night time, he can pick what oils he wants to put in the diffuser, and that's able to help him go to sleep. So yeah, we now have a diffuser downstairs in the bedrooms. How many diffusers do you have? Anyone have 3 diffusers in the house? 4 diffusers? 5? Oh, quite a lot of diffusers. So you can decide, you're in control of your health, you're in control of your well-being. You can put whatever you want into your diffuser at night time. Also, another thing to think about is your environment that you're sleeping in at night. So how comfy is your bedroom? Is it cluttered? Because that's going to clutter your head up. So think about that as well, because we want to make sure we're getting a good night's sleep in a relaxing environment. And finally, I'm going to say I'm not very good at this one, is the devices. Putting the device down and reading a book before you go to bed. So if your mind is stimulated and working really hard, it's not going to help you and get into that relaxation mode. So think tonight about your sleep routine. Do you need to make some changes to help yourself? So I'm going to play a short video from Dr. O and Emily Wright. So this is one of doTERRA's doctors. He's absolutely amazing. And I'm going to share a short video. Hopefully it's going to play okay.
Okay, Dr. Oscaldor.
Yes.
You just shared some amazing research. This is like earth-shattering research on the Serenity sleep system.
Mm-hmm.
We understand how important sleep is, so what have you discovered with the sleep system?
So the Serenity sleep system has some really neat research associated with it. In a clinical trial that we did on 40 human beings, we took our Serenity sleep system for 6 weeks. In that time frame, epigenetic or biological clocks were turned backwards, on average, 4 years for our system clocks and a half a year for our overall clocks. We found the brain age clock went back 8 years, which makes sense because it's in sleep that our brains restore and get rid of all of those metabolites in our neurons that build up over a day of grinding through life.
So are you saying that I can be 50 years old by age, but by using the Serenity sleep system, my brain can be 42?
That is exactly.
For 6 weeks.
It's exactly exactly what we're saying.
Pretty amazing.
Dr. Stevens has been instrumental in running this trial for us. And when we got the data back, we had to double check and then triple check.
Like,
because it
are
was
we
so
sure this
amazing.
data is correct?
Yeah.
You called me on the phone, you were so excited.
It's
You're like,
Christmas.
guess what?
Mhm.
Pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
Well, let's continue forward with these clinical trials so that we can prove what we already know.
But what other people need to know.
What they need to know, yes, so that those people can have the proof that they need to know they can use these essential oils with great confidence.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is absolutely amazing. You know, I'm sure we'd all like to turn back the clock and feel younger, and sleep can actually help us do this. So doTERRA are such a forward-thinking company. We're developing things all the time to help us. So how can we improve our sleep? If I could give you an option today, who would love to help their sleep? Yeah, sure lots of you would. I'm sure there was more hands up a minute ago who were struggling with their sleep. Do you really not want to help it? Who wants to help their sleep? Yeah, excellent, okay.
Nicky, is the Serenity sleep system the same as using the Serenity oil?
Yeah, I'll run through it in a few minutes about it. And so what we're going to look at tonight is the rest and stress management with the Autumn Calm kits. This has part of the system within it. So we've got the doTERRA Serenity stick. I absolutely love this stick. I didn't get my hands on it that long ago because it's only just come to the UK, but I've been hearing about it from the Americans because they're always the ones that get the products way before us. It is really lovely. So if you do want to come up and smell at any point in time, this is the stick. It's really easy to use. You can apply it to your wrists, back of your neck. Oh, Lisa's got one there. Maybe we can just pass them around and they can smell. Yeah. So it's just really refreshing. Back of your neck, onto your wrists, or you can put it on the soles of your feet. Just make sure you don't have any grit or anything on your soles of your feet. Hopefully you're clean before you go to bed, and you don't want to put that onto the stick. It is lovely. I love that stick.
Should people just be smelling it now, Nicky, rather than...
Yeah, just smell it. Just please smell it. Don't apply it. If you can just smell it, that'd be great. So in the Autumn Calm kit, we have the Serenity stick. We have Adaptive Touch, we have lavender, and we also have the copaiba oil, or copaiba, depending where you live in the world. I'm going to share more with you about them. So the Serenity stick, like I say, has to be one of my favourites now. I really, really love it. We were waiting for it. It's got lavender in it, it's got Roman chamomile in it, it's got vetiver in it. We've got coriander in it, we've got sandalwood in it, ylang ylang. But the one important part that we've got in it is valerian root. Now, if you've heard about valerian, it is just amazing for calming the body. So when I was seeing testimonials come out of America, I was like, when are we going to get this stick? It's going to be fantastic to help those people sleep. So have a smell of it, it's really refreshing. Also, no synthetic fragrances in it as well, and that's so, so important with doTERRA. We don't want to use those toxins within our bodies. The second one we've got is lavender. Now, I love lavender oil, but I didn't think I would when I first started with doTERRA. When someone said to me, oh, Nicky, we've got a lavender oil, I was like, don't think I like lavender. Reminds me of that smell that my grandma might have used as a perfume, quite synthetic, sticky smell. But when I go to events and people say, smell that lavender, they're like, oh, Nicky, this smells like walking through a lavender field. I even have aromatherapists that go to me, no, don't be silly, these oils can't be different. They pick up the lavender oil and they're like, wow, this is amazing. So this is one oil that I like to use in my bath bombs. I like to make an aroma dough as well, so like a Play-Doh, stress dough, and I love to put lavender in that as well. That is absolutely amazing to use. Apply it to your chest, back of your neck, your wrists. And one thing you can also make is a pillow spray as well. So you can mist that pillow spray. I'm sure you've seen these for sale. A lavender spray. We can make it so easy when we've got the oils. It's so, so simple to make. We don't want to have any other contaminants in there that are not good for us. So that's the lavender oil. The next one is Adaptive Touch. So I'll pass it around to you. Just please smell the Adaptive Touch for me. Do you want to pass it? Oh no, is that one not opened? No. Oh, Sally says it does make people cry, so be very careful if you smell this one. If you've got a few emotions to release, it might well be releasing it for you. Okay, so the Adaptive is the calming blend. So again, you can use this on the wrists, the back of your neck, and it's great because it's a touch rollable, which enables you to carry it around with you. So if I'm having a day, actually maybe I need to change this because Sally was telling me that it makes her cry, so I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have it in a day if I'm having overwhelm. But I like to carry it with me in my pocket. My daughter, when she got to do her GCSEs, now we all know how stressful it is in with schools for these kids now, she used Adaptive on a lava bead bracelet so she could smell it during her exams. School don't like her having anything else on her wrist, but I'm like, this is something that she needs to be able to help her keep calm and be able to get through her exams. So along with applying frankincense to the back of her neck, she said that just helped to draw all the information back in and remind herself, and her Adaptive oil, that got her through her GCSEs. So I love the Adaptive Touch, and that's in the kit as well. And then finally, we've got the Copaiba oil. Now, I can't share too much of the science stuff with you tonight, but if you don't know about this oil, please go and check it out. It is phenomenal. Have a look at one of the videos from doTERRA that talks about CPD oil versus Copaiba. It will absolutely blow your mind. So I was up in Milton Keynes about 10 days ago at our head office, and I knew I had a 3-hour drive home. And I had a really bad tension up the back of my neck, my head was hurting, and I was like, I need to do something about it. Straight away I put the Copaiba under my tongue. And I'm not joking, practically instantly it just relieved that tension for me. So it's just such an amazing oil that you can use in so many ways. It's also great, I have some issues with my lower back, it's also great to apply with some carrier oil onto my lower back to be able to help me. But please go and look that up in more detail if you don't know much about that oil. So this is the Autumn Calm Kit. It has those 4 oils in it. If you are already a doTERRA member and you have a doTERRA account, you can go onto your account and purchase it. It's £99.50. That's at the wholesale price. So remember, you're saving yourself 25% off the cost of the retail cost of that. If you don't have a doTERRA account, please go and chat with the person that brought you along tonight. Or if you just found us and you've just come along, make sure you chat to Sally and she'll be able to help you. Okay, so remember to go and get that kit. It's not going to run for much longer. I think it's only October and November that we're running that kit for. So if you do want to get that kit, it's just a brilliant kit to help with your sleep. As Dan was saying earlier, you can also get Serenity soft gels. I would say if you're struggling to sleep, add that onto the kit as well. So thanks everybody for listening. It's been great to be able to share more with you about the sleep system. And I've actually got a prize tonight, and you've all got a raffle ticket, I believe. Everyone should